Hi, I am Benro, an Enactus Action with Africa judge from Nigeria. I enjoyed judging the competition this year. For the pitches, I believe they were really innovative and it was not necessarily the easiest to rank. For the presentation, they were amazing and I felt they would have been better with more media elements. I just want to wish the teams success and best of luck in the next round.
Hi everyone, this is David, Communications and Funding Projects Manager of the Bello Foundation in Germany. We've been proud partner of Action with Africa because we strongly believe that your ideas and projects will help make a positive impact on the African continent. You are the future and together we can make the change. Good luck everyone.
Hi everybody, this is Shorai Spencer Guja, an alumni from Africa University, Zimbabwe. It was such an honor for me to be part of the judging panel, to be looking at the various projects that were so exciting with a lot of passion that was seen with the project from Action with Africa. I hope that the best team will get to win the competition. All the best.
Hi, my name is Alan Michael. I'm excited to have gone through the pitches of various students from various countries. It amazes me and it shows me how the youth of Africa has great future to better their environment for great future of great enterprise. And I want to wish our competitive teams best of luck, good future endeavors, and continue to make impact for a greater world.
Hi, my name is Dr. Austin Opago, and I would like to, I'm a director for growth here at GMFA, and I really would like to give a thumbs up to all the participating team members. Very impressive project, and to wish them all the very best in the next phase of the competition. Best of luck.
Hi everyone, my name is Chinoya Ibe. I'm an alumni of Enactus World Cup in Nigeria, and it's been a wonderful privilege for me serving as a judge for this wonderful platform. I want to wish the finalists the best of luck. You all are doing a great job touching lives and changing the world. You're all winners, so just want to say good luck, do your best, and just know you're all champions.
Hi, I'm Victor Akinfaladi, founder and director of International Partnership for Human Capital Development and a judge in 2023 Action with Africa competition. I want to congratulate every participant and also want to especially congratulate the final six. I celebrate your innovative strength and your business acumen. See you in Holland.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can have all you ever wanted. Hopes and dreams, every boy. You could fly high. You know you could. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl.
Guten Tag and welcome to the Action with Africa Challenge final here at Rabobank in Utrecht, the Netherlands today. Big round of applause. Welcome to everybody. I am beyond thrilled that we have the Enactus Action with Africa community united here at Rabobank in person, but I am also thrilled to have a big community from enactees, supporters, judges joining virtually today that have dialed in. Warm greetings go out to you watching there. Big round of applause also for you, and we'd love to hear from you in the chat. So what awaits us today? We've been waiting for this moment for a very long time now. We are excited to see the 6 pitches of the finalists today in alphabetical order. We have different projects from different countries. We have BiRi from Modern Academy, Egypt as first team presenting. We have ColdBikes from Joseph Sarwuan, Tarkaa University, Nigeria, EPACT, Higher Institute of Computer Science in Tunisia, Kera from October 6th University, Egypt, P2P from Ahmadu Bello University, Nigeria, and Snelia, Ain Shams University, Egypt. Big round of applause for all of you here. Unfortunately, the 2 Nigerian teams pitching today cannot join us here at Rabobank today due to visa reasons. However, we will still be able to enjoy their pitches through videos they have prepared for us. Plus, they will be dialing in for the Q&A, so we will definitely be hearing from you. Greetings go out to you all. So sorry that you can't be here today, but we'll be cheering on you extra loud. Big round of applause for Enactus Nigeria today. But first, before we dive into the pitches, I want to introduce you to somebody without whom this all would really not have been possible. It's Klaus-Peter Meyer, President of Enactus Germany.
You could be larger than life.
So, good morning here in Utrecht. I hope you all arrived safely. At least I'm still a bit tired because I started at 4 o'clock in the morning. So if I'm not as energetic as normal, please forgive me. But what I have noticed is our applause is not applicable to the situation, right? An Enactus applause means you are having loudness in your ears. Here in the room, can you show me who was involved in Enactus and in Action with Africa? Can you show me? Can you stand up who was involved in Action with Africa? Can we give them an Enactus applause for Action with Africa? I can only say you are all great. Now, dear judges, do you know that more than 100 judges were judging Action with Africa out of 14 countries? Can we also give a round of applause to our judges? You see, it's a bit more reserved. They want to wait for your votes until they really celebrate that. Now, a big thank you from my side is also to the sponsors. Without them, Action with Africa wouldn't work. There is on the one side the Federal Ministry in Germany of International Cooperation and Development, we call it BMZ. There is the GIZ, which is very familiar to a lot of you in the different countries. And there is the BASF and the Bello Foundation, and also to them. Thank you very much for making Action with Africa possible. Now, my deep belief is that Africa is a continent of opportunities. Do you share that? Yes. If that is the case, then let's see what kind of opportunities we can create together in Africa. Now, I have one question for you. How many workplaces did we generate as Action with Africa over the last 2 years? What do you think? I make it in my way. Who believes it's more than 1,000? Who believes it's more than 5,000? Who believes it's more than 10,000? Who believes it's more than 13,000? It is more than 13,000. And I can only say, wow, I did not believe that. Now, I'm looking forward to hopefully have the best competition of Action with Africa ever. I think we looked at the projects, you got audited, so we will see here the top 6. And just to remind us, you can win 75,000 euro for your projects. Can I say it again? 75,000 euro for your projects. Now, I need to say thank you also to the Rabobank. Is that not a beautiful room? So thank you, Rabobank, and I wish you and all the others a great competition, and we all will win, but there's one continent which will win, and that is Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Klaus-Peter. Klaus-Peter already mentioned it. I think for 75,000 euros, we have very much an honorable location here at the Rabobank in Utrecht. We are very thankful for this. We actually have somebody joining from the Rabobank, Strategic Lead Africa, Kevin Kabatzi, and he should be connected with us right now. Hi, Kevin. It's good to see you.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think that deserves a good round of applause. Thanks for showing up. Thank you very much, Kevin. What do you think of this audience?
Yeah,
Impressed?
It looks great. Yeah, I'm so proud to see you within our auditorium. I first want to give my apologies that I'm not able to join there. I had some flight. I was supposed to land this morning and have all my stuff ready, but unfortunately I lost my baggage. But I am coming to you live, at least virtually, so I'm very glad to see you all.
Thank you very much. We are super happy to see you too. Thanks again for letting us.
A couple of minutes? Yes. Shall I take a couple of minutes, Sarah, to share a bit about Rabobank?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah.
I don't have too much time, so I'll try and be very quick. So first of all, welcome, Action with Africa, Enactus, and all the wonderful people joining us for this session. I want to wish you a warm welcome. And to those who it's the first time in Utrecht, we say welkom. So it's really, really glad to have you here in the Netherlands for this great session. And I look forward to hearing about how this all proceeds. So first, I think it's important to know why Africa is important to Rabobank. And not just Rabobank, but why Africa is important to the whole world. Of course, many of these facts might already be familiar to you. Africa is the second biggest continent by land and population. You know, most African countries have sea access, very, very different climatic zones. But if we really focus on population, we expect by 2050, 2.5 billion people to be in Africa. And by the end of the century, almost 4 billion, with some estimates saying Africa might even overtake Asia as the most populous continent. And what does this mean? It means we're going to have a lot more mouths to feed and a lot more people who are going to need services and goods to get them through the day. So we all, everyone in this room, Rabobank, but all the participants, we have a big responsibility for the future ahead of us. Now, a little bit of history of Rabobank regarding Africa. We've been in Africa since 1974. A very long history with different capacities. Right now in Kenya, Nairobi is where we have our only franchise on the African continent itself. So we actually have a Rabobank office in Kenya, but we are very present not globally, of course, but also across the African continent in about 34 African countries through indirect investments. So for those of you who might be familiar, Rabo, through a holding company, has a holding stake or a minority share in Equity Bank, in EcoBank and a whole manner of other kinds of banks. So we have a very broad range, and you can see it a little bit here with our map. We have a really wide coverage. Of course, some places not yet that much, so we really hope maybe in future to do a bit more there. And yeah, in Africa, we have a very wide range of business, all the way from non-profit to wholesale financing. So wholesale financing, that's big corporate lending. And in the middle, we also do quite some impact mandated business. So we have a really broad scope. I only have 5 minutes, so I can't take you through all of it. But for those who are interested, I can always share more. Working within Rabobank, we have 49 colleagues who work full-time on Africa. So we have a really big, dedicated team. Quite a few of them are based in Nairobi at our Rabo Kenya office, but we also have some people who are based here in the Netherlands. These are just the ones who work full-time on Africa. We probably have hundreds more who do bits and pieces in their daily work when it comes to the African continent. So I think I will leave it there for now. You have a really jam-packed program. I really want to say thank you and welcome to all of those who are participating. It's a real honor to have you, and we're so proud to have you as Rabobank here as the Enactus Africa Action with Africa Challenge. So I think from that point, I can give it back to you, Sarah. And again, thanks everyone for participating.
Thank you, Kevin. So now you get to sit back and relax and enjoy the pitches. Thanks, Kevin. See you later. Now I actually want to hand over to somebody who oversees Action with Africa, the whole program from an operational perspective. That is, of course, somebody you should already know, Oliver Faber, country leader of Enactus Germany. Welcome on stage. Should be on.
Oh, hello.
Hi,
Does
Oliver.
it work? Do you hear me? Yeah, great.
Yeah, great to have you here. What do you think? What is the spirit?
Oh, it's great. So I can see everybody here. So it's such a big room. But welcome to everybody. Can I hear you again, please? So I think the reason why I'm on stage, Sarah, that is what you told me. I have to motivate the people here. So
why not?
I can't do very much on that, but maybe I can give you a view on some figures.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know, why don't you give us a quick overview of what Action with Africa, the challenge, was like in 2023? How did it go, and what was your impression?
Great. So in the judges briefing, I mentioned it earlier. So just to go a step back, we started this challenge with more than 200 project entries. So we had more than 200 project registrations, and that was really, really impressive. And that were you, the students. You did that, and I'm so proud on you. And thank you very much that you are here now for the final 6. Thank you. So there should be a slide to share, but I think we miss it.
I think slides are not important at this point.
So now we are here with the final 6 teams, and you presented them already, and I'm really excited, and I'm very curious to see your presentation later on. And on this, maybe a view to our judges. Thank you very much that you are here. It's really, really great that you do this job voluntarily, and we are very, very curious about the results today. And now I think let's start the presentations.
Let's do this. How about we have another look at what the challenge was like this whole year? I think we've had an amazing time. It was a lot of spirit, a lot of emotions, but I think a video would convey this better than we could do with words.
Enjoy. Thank you very much.
was you guys. That was Action with Africa. The faces that you saw there, people generating impact. We're celebrating your impact today, and we're super excited to finally see your pitches and to evaluate who achieved the best results of the 6 finalists here today. To do that, we need you guys there. All the judges sitting here, not only the ones here in person, which we're super thankful that you put up with this and came all the way to Utrecht from different parts of the world, but of course also the one joining digitally, watching the stream and making just as much an effort at judging today. Like Oliver already touched upon, we have over 50 judges joining in person and virtually today from 14 countries. So I think that already deserves a big round of applause. Welcome to this event. So thanks again. You really make this competition a fair one, and the teams really appreciate your constructive feedback. I would suggest we dive into the pitches now. How about that? Who is ready for the pitches? So judges, like you see on the screen here already, we have the evaluation form access code. I would ask you to open the form now, type in the code, get ready, and see if everything functions correctly. If not, feel free to raise your hand. We have somebody here from technical support who will be happy to assist you. Same applies to judges joining virtually. You have the chat and somebody assisting you as well. But I think the way it looks, we're pretty much all set and ready to hear the 6 finalist pitches. To give you a quick idea again of how we are going to proceed with this, each pitch is 7 minutes long. It is followed by a 5-minute Q&A. I will be moderating it. You can just raise your hand if you have a question here from the judges' side, and then you can go ahead and ask it. You have microphones in front of you. You just basically open them, press a button, and then you'll be able to speak. Make sure to speak right into the microphone, have it very close to your mouth, and then when you're done asking, just pressing the button again, so you're on mute again. So that much. As to the information, we also have a transitioning time of 2 minutes, that is before each pitch, to familiarize you with the documents of each team. So please go ahead and do that. If we're ready, I think we're good to start. We can dive into the 2 minutes transition time before the pitch of Modern Academy from Enactus, Egypt. Competition starts now. I am actually just going to take the time in the course of these 2 minutes, while judges familiarize with the documents, to have a little chat with some people sitting in our audience. Since the first pitch is from an Egyptian team, I would love to talk to somebody from the Egyptian staff. I have seen some of you before. I know Fatma is hiding there, but she has some colleagues and some staff members as well. But I see her smiling already, so I'm just going to walk up to you and ask you anyways, even though you didn't want to. Hi, Fatma. Why don't you introduce yourself quickly? How are you?
Fine. I'm Fatma Serri. I'm been working for Enactus Egypt for 20 years, and I helped in launching Enactus Egypt. And this year we were celebrating our anniversary, 20 years anniversary. And really, I'm so happy with what we're doing in Egypt. We are really preparing the future leaders in Egypt, and we are offering them a lot of programs so that they can develop their skills. And I'm very proud of what I'm doing.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Fatma, we have about 10 seconds left before we invite the team on stage. How do you feel in one sentence?
Go Africa, go Africa, go Africa.
Thank you. So the team is getting ready. You're the first to pitch. This is a real honor. Thank you very much for being here today. And we invite on stage the presenters from Project BiRi, Modern Academy, Enactus Egypt. Welcome. Welcome, and your presentation may now begin.
struggles of Maryam, Noura, Hanan, Iman, and 30% of the Egyptian population that suffers from osteomalacia, osteoporosis, and bone-related disease and disabilities, mostly affecting women of all ages. According to a study done by the American University in Cairo, disabled people of working age are 3 times more likely to be unemployed and live in poverty. This is due to unfair employment systems that disregard people with disabilities, since it's believed that they are incapable, inefficient, and unable to execute any tasks. With the mindset of people with disabilities being a burden on society, they are 5 times more prone to mental illnesses, especially depression, compared to people without a disability. Thus, after conducting our needs assessment, including field researches, interviews, surveys, we found out that due to the constant inflation rates, medical supplements are crucial to people with bone problems are scarce around the country, since the import costs skyrocketed to 75 more in the past 2 years, making medication 3 times more expensive.
We couldn't stand by and keep this loop going, so we as Enactus Modern Academy sought after an innovative solution, finding out that according to FAO, 6.4 million tons of eggshells are being dumped in landfills annually with little to no utilization, as eggshells are considered hazardous by many entities, including the EU. Thus, we came up with BiRi, our social enterprise initiative consisting of 6 phases to support people with disabilities by utilizing wasted eggshells to manufacture raw materials that are heavily integrated into bone medication, create an opportunity for them to be pioneer entrepreneurs and present an independent, sustainable income for them. We started by collaborating with major eggshell waste producers like bakeries, restaurants, and emptying factories, collecting their waste for $1,000 per ton, saving them the hassle of getting rid of the eggshell safely and presenting passive income for various establishments. Then, we partnered up with OTED to train 300 men and 600 women on the know-how of our products and entrepreneurial skills. Since women are 4 times less fortunate to have decent income for themselves and their families, even when 10 million women in Egypt are the sole breadwinners for their households. Thus, to ensure gender equity, we focused on the capacity building of less privileged women. With the aid of our R&D committee and Dr. Sarah Hassan, we were able to extract 5 raw materials by separating the inner membrane from the outer shell.
بدأنا بري في الأول بفكرة إن إحنا إزاي نخرج من الويست برودكت منتجات صيدلانية تقدر تفيدنا في حاجة زي الكالسيوم كلورايد والكالسيوم ستريت اللي بنخرجهم من قشر البيض وبنقدر نستخدمهم كمكملات غذائية. وإزاي نخرج الهيالورونيك والكولاجين من الممبرين ونستخدمهم في علاج بعض الأمراض زي الأرثرايتس أو نستخدمهم في علاج كوزماتيك. وهدفنا من BiRi إن إحنا نحول بحث علمي المشروع الناس تقدر تشتغل بيه وتبقى مصدر دخل ليها بكل سهولة.
Thus, after 12 iterations of prototyping, while using simple machines and only 10 eggshells, we were able to extract 7 grams of calcium and 2 grams of hyaluronic acid and collagen. Moreover, to ensure BiRi's zero waste cycle, we created liquid fertilizers made after the calcium extraction phase to enhance plant growth and improve the soil by 23%. With our extracts in hand, we can now position ourselves as the pioneers in extracting hyaluronic acid and collagen out of eggshells. Then, to ensure BiRi's highest quality, we collaborated with NanoFab to monitor the production of our extracts.
الهدف من التعاون ده إن إحنا نحاول نطور من جودة المنتجات اللي طلعت.
Passing the Egyptian Research Center quality test and getting accredited by the Ministry of Health. And to ensure BiRi's sustainability, we established a connection between our beneficiaries and 3 of the major pharmaceutical companies in Egypt, all while collaborating with the Medicine for All organization to reach the rural parts of Egypt. Moreover, moving on to the upscaling phase of Egypt, we made 5 additional production hubs all over Egypt, raising the number of our beneficiaries from 900 to 1,700 individuals. Additionally, the market value of our extracts surpassed $20 billion in 2022 alone. Hence, by having our 100% safe, organic, and locally made extracts, our beneficiaries have the advantage in the market with 60% cheaper prices, no importation costs, and affordable supplements for all, made for people with disabilities by people with disabilities, to enhance their health and quality of life, all while having a sustainable income for our beneficiaries of $200 per month. With this little pearl that we crack open and forget about, we raise the new hope for a majorly neglected part of our society, not only in Egypt, but across Africa, where more than 6 million people suffer from bone fractures due to bone problems and malnutrition caused by calcium deficiency. Hence, by collaborating with NGOs across Mali, Kenya, and Algeria, we were able to raise awareness on waste management, the extraction process, and inclusion.
Sewing up BiRi's journey. Only one determined goal was in front of our hearts. 5,000 livelihoods were directly impacted. 30,000 people were indirectly impacted. We raised our beneficiaries' income by 200%, produced 5 extracts across more than 10 industries, securing an exclusive local market of globally demanded products, ensuring an ongoing life cycle of decent income, generating a total revenue of $206,000 with 30% return on investment, all while fulfilling 9 of the SDGs, creating a sustainable project that cares for the earth by utilizing waste, for the people by including those who are less fortunate, and securing them financially, satisfying the triple bottom line of sustainability.
Like a flap of a butterfly's wing could turn this earth around. This is a story of hope, a story where we learn that putting our differences aside and giving communication a chance makes us humans grow stronger and closer, trying to save the earth that holds us. This is BiRi, and we are Enactus Modern Academy.
Thank you. You did an amazing job. You had a good pre-run there, and you've totally rocked it now. Thank you. So let's start with the 5 minutes of Q&A. Judges may ask questions starting now. Any questions already? Go ahead. Just click the button and...
Hello, I'm Andreas from Good Impact Foundation. My question is about the entrepreneurial leadership. So you set up a business. My question is, who founded it, who owns it, and how is social mission to protect those people who are affected by disease, etc.?
Thank you for your question. So first things first, to found our idea, we went through the needs assessment phase and the R&D phase to reach the people who mostly need who have a problem and mostly need to have people to aid them, which are people with disabilities who have disabilities because of bone problems due to various reasons. And then we searched for something that could aid them financially and for all the people with the same problem, which are eggshells. So basically eggshells have all the materials that are integrated into bone medication or supplements. So that's how we created BiRi. And then the ownership of the project. So basically, we create the project, we train our beneficiaries, and then they have their own entrepreneurial enterprise. So it's their work. They have to, they know the extraction process and everything to do, and they are connected to the pharmaceutical companies to sell directly. We only get the 10% of the revenue. I'm sorry if that's it. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Yes, please.
So maybe as a follow-up to this question, so the jobs created, are they in the waste collection, production and sales, the entrepreneurs, or more in the production side?
So the thing is, we created a full circle of employment. So basically, we collaborated with eggshell producers like bakeries, restaurants, and emptying factories because they dump the eggshells unsafely and they are not utilized. So we gave them the money to collect the eggshells and created passive income for them. This is how we collect the waste. And then our beneficiaries are responsible for the extraction process. So they would separate the egg. And then they would be in contact with NanoFab for the quality tests, and then they would send their extracts to the pharmaceutical companies. Thank you for your question.
Perfect. We actually received a question from a digital judge from Patrina. Can you distinguish the role your team plays versus the role your partners play?
So our team is mainly here to provide the opportunity for the people, since 30% of the Egyptian population actually suffer from bone problems in different states. So our team established the foundation of giving these people an opportunity in work, training them on entrepreneurial skills, how to monitor their finances, and how to monitor their finances, how to do the extraction process, and be entrepreneurs on their own.
Perfect. Another question from the audience. Go ahead, please, here in the second row.
Jörg Siebert from Enactus Germany. I have one question. First of all, thank you much. Very interesting project. You created a revenue of $200,000 and you had costs of about 30,000. At the same time, you mentioned that you have created 400 directly employed jobs. You had directly employed people, in total 400 of them. And how do you, I think you need more than $30,000 to cover the cost for 400 jobs. How did you do that?
Well, actually, because $1 is 31 Egyptian pounds, so basically $30,000 is like a pretty huge sum of money according to the Egyptian pound. So that's how we covered the cost of training the people and training our directly impacted beneficiaries. And mostly we train them on everything that's related to the project. We train them on the entrepreneurial skills, the extraction process, and then we built for them the career path that they can go on to. The thing is, we have our $206,000 revenue with 30% return on investment to ensure its sustainability. Moreover, we sold 1,000 kilograms of our calcium extracts, each one sold at 60% cheaper, so kind of $80 per kilo. And then we sold 1,000 kilos of hyaluronic acid and collagen, each one with $1,700. And finally, we sold the extracts.
Thank you very much. BiRi from Enactus Modern Academy, Egypt. Thank you. Thank you. Take that out. Thank you very much. Great first pitch. We're transitioning right into the next pitch. Judges, feel free to complete your judging, as well as have a look at the supporting documents of the next pitch coming up, which is ColdBikes from Joseph Sarwuan Tarkaa University of Enactus, Egypt. I will take the time in the 2.5 minutes that we have transitioning still, actually talking to somebody from Nigeria. From what I understand, most of the team didn't get visa, not even the country leader. But about 2 or 3 staff members are here that actually got some. Where are they? Can you please raise your hand that we can have a little chat? Here you are. I'll come right up to the back with you. So big round of applause for the 3 staff members from Nigeria that are here today. Why don't you introduce yourself? Welcome.
Thank you very much. So yes, we're happy to be here. It's quite unfortunate that the 2 teams from Nigeria couldn't make it to Utrecht in Netherlands due to visa challenges, but it's something we have to face as Enactus here. But we're here to witness and represent Nigeria, and our teams are going to be competing virtually, and we hope that they are going to get the best of support from all of us.
Absolutely, and they are just getting ready for the live Q&A. Awesome that you're here, but how did you manage to get visa when not even your country leader got one?
All right, so that's actually a very interesting story. We are in Nigeria, and the country office is in Lagos. The national champion team are somewhere very far in the part of the country. So in the course of applying for the visas, it was actually very innovative for us to not allow them travel all the way to Lagos, knowing fully well that the federal capital territory, Abuja, ought to have an option for applying for the visa. So myself and 2 other colleagues applied in Lagos through the VFS office, through France, the French embassy, while the country leader and the students did that at the Belgium embassy. And you know, there are 2 different embassies. So the decision from the French embassy and that of the Belgium embassy were quite not the same. So we actually had to push. We went through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to get some sort of diplomatic support and all of that, but you know, we couldn't change it. So we had to take the fate the way it was.
But that's it. You are here. We're thankful to this. this and enjoy the show now.
Thank you very much.
The pitch. Okay, so 3 more seconds to go, and we will be seeing the video of Nigeria now.
I am thrilled to present to you a solution that is revolutionizing the way smallholder farmers transport their perishable food crops. Our solution is ColdBike. According to a United Nations report, Nigerians lose a total of 37.9 million tons of food every 12 months, amounting to an estimated loss of $3.7 billion yearly, due to the huge energy gap and the insufficient supply chain infrastructure within the agricultural sector. The majority of farmers are located in remote and rural communities with little or no access to electricity to power cold storage facilities. According to our needs assessment, results were conducted in Wawune and Wadata, both farming communities in Benue State, Nigeria. Local farmers have a large number of crops spoiled due to poor mobility and a lack of food storage conditions during transportation. This causes them to lose money every year. This is not just a financial loss. It's a crisis affecting the livelihoods of our farmers and the availability of fresh produce for consumers. Transportation of perishable food crops is a huge challenge in this market. The temperature inside vehicles used during transportation contributes to the spoilage of food crops before they get to the market. Also, often faced with fuel scarcity, transportation cost gets hiked. These insights have informed and shaped the entire design of our solution and business model to suit their needs. Our solution uses a fully electric cooling transport system that leverages the technology of direct current refrigeration, solar energy, and an electric bicycle to power a temperature-controlled 3-wheel vehicle. This enables smallholder farmers to efficiently transport farm produce from farms to market, even in terrains that are not motorable, while keeping the environment clean and also using artificial intelligence to monitor the temperature in the cold chamber to help the rider make necessary temperature adjustments while on transit. ColdBike is designed to be portable, durable, and affordable. ColdBike is more than just a bike. It's a lifeline for our smallholder farmers. Local farmers can transport their goods to the market in a short period of time at a cheaper rate.
And this project has helped me in so many ways in maintaining costs and making more profit. It has helped me to transport my goods from the farm to the market, and thereby it makes the products, the outcome to be more productive and more profitable. It helps me to save the goods. There is no cost for damages too much. It has helped me a lot. It's a good project, and I want to advise farmers all over the world that they should put this to consideration, as it will be of good use. It's very helpful.
With ColdBike, you are certain of zero spoilage due to environmental conditions, and the quality of crops is guaranteed. It is easy to use, portable, low maintenance, affordable, smart, simple, cost-effective, and scalable. ColdBike can easily be deployed anywhere around the world in rural and remote communities to transport perishable food crops. We have built ColdBike to be a micro-logistics service owned and operated by the team. We make ColdBike available to our customers on a rental basis. Our business model involves direct selling to riders and farmers, and also hiring services. Our customers are fruit and vegetable traders. So far, our transportation system covers Wanune, Bajimba, and Daudu communities, about 68, 40, and 44 kilometers from the significant market in our main town, generating us 30,000 naira and helping these traders save up to 50% cost. Our project has directly impacted people through the employment of 56 workers in manufacturing, assembly, maintenance, transportation management, and AI technology integration. Indirectly, it has also provided sustainable food to 2,000 people, ensuring fresh, nutritious food. ColdBikes contributes to achieving three main sustainable development goals: zero hunger, no poverty, and decent work and economic growth. It addresses food insecurity by providing efficient transportation for smallholder farmers, increasing economic opportunities, and promoting decent work and economic growth. ColdBikes' sustainable approach, leveraging solar energy and green technology, fosters environmentally conscious growth. In the next 3 years, we hope to achieve a production of 50 units of ColdBike. This will in turn create a large impact with over 20 plus communities with our bike. Over 200 smallholder farmers will be impacted and over $20,000 in profits generated for the team. Our project will impact the high rate of post-harvest food waste and the cost of transporting food to market. Join us in this goal of eliminating hunger and poverty in Nigeria.
Big round of applause for ColdBikes. So we just heard from them. We dive right into the Q&A. We should have somebody connected with us from Nigeria. Hello, we see you. How are you guys? We can't hear you as of the moment. Can you try to speak?
Hello, everyone.
Yes, perfect. Big round of applause for the Nigerian team dialing in. I hope you can hear this applause and feel it. Crowd is going nuts for you. Thank you for being here today, even though it's sad that you can't join in person. Let's start with the Q&A. Do we have some judges here with questions? Please raise your hand and unmute your microphone. They are speechless as of now. Yes, please.
First of all, great project. I have one question on the business model. Is the idea to sell the ColdBike to the farmers, or is the idea to rent it to them?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. We're using two, for our business model, we're using two approaches. We're selling the bikes to the farmer, and we are also giving it on rentals as well for farmers who can't afford to buy the bike at that time.
Thank you. Any other questions from judges in the room? Feel free to raise your hand. Yes, please. Then you, if you want to go first, and then afterwards.
Ivan from Brazil, Bentley Systems. So you mentioned that you're using AI. Can you expand on that, please? Where are your models and what is it used for?
Okay, thank you very much for that great question. So we are using AI to monitor the process of transportation. We are able to track the movement of our bikes wherever the bikes are. So this helps us to provide analytics for our farmers to help them monitor the conditions of their goods on the bike. It helps regulate the temperatures in the bike so the riders can know the required temperature at which the cooling system should operate at every particular moment of their transportation.
Please go ahead.
Baron from South Africa. My question to you is, how does your project specifically empower women?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Most of the farmers in our locality are women, and these women work so hard in their farms to cultivate these crops, but they lose a lot of money transporting them from the farm down to the market. So this project is aiming to reduce that, while we are helping them in preserving their produce, mostly perishable produce, from the farm to the market, still maintaining its freshness. so they won't be losing money again.
Perfect, thank you. Another question from a digital judge, Christian. Who manufactures the bikes?
Okay, so the whole manufacturing process is done through our team. We have consulted technical expertise within our locality here, but 80% of the manufacturing process is done within our team. That's the Enactus team, students in our university here.
Perfect. We had another question over there.
Regarding to the production as well, how do you ensure that you have all the supplies needed to build the bike?
Sorry, come again. Sorry.
How do you ensure that you have all the supplies needed to build the bike, like the solar panel and everything needed to build the bike, so you can produce the 30 units over the next 3 years?
Okay, everything that we use in building the bike can be sourced here in Nigeria, so we can get it in Nigeria here.
Any other questions from the audience? Yes, please.
Yes, Andreas from Germany. What is your bigger vision? I mean, producing 30 or 50 units, that's okay, but do you have a vision to scale or to make larger units, or how do you want to build the market?
Okay, that's a really wonderful question. And we are already making plans as of now to build cold station at the market, because we came to realize that a lot of farmers, even a lot of traders, even they go to the market to sell, they don't usually sell all of their produce, and keeping them till the next day, many of them get spoiled. So we're already initiating plans to build cold stations in the market where a farmer can come and store his produce. If he doesn't get to sell whatever produce that day,
thank you very much. Your Q&A time is now over, unfortunately. Thank you, ColdBikes, Enactus Nigeria. Bye-bye. Okay, so judges, take your time, complete your evaluation. Have a look at the next documents of a team from Tunisia coming up. Actually, since they're already preparing out there, is there a staff member from Tunisia here who would like to say a few words about them? Yes, please. I'm coming right up to you. So actually, also, the team from Tunisia almost didn't make it. We were very scared that you were not going to be here. Hi, welcome.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for hosting Rabobank, for hosting this event. I would like also to thank from the bottom of my heart our colleagues from Enactus Germany, Oliver and Tobias and Klaus. Thank you for this amazing job to give us the opportunity through these challenges and this program, which is Action with Africa. So we are really happy to be here, and this opportunity can give us, African countries, a lot of opportunities for youth to create jobs, to create abundance, and to also contribute to stop immigration to Europe. So by creating jobs, creating abundance, creating enterprise, social enterprise, we can create really a good, sustainable world for our youth and for our countries. So thank you, Action with Africa, and thank you, GIZ.
Thank you. Just really quick, before we invite the team on stage, just 1 or 2 sentences about how the team was feeling, especially the nervosity of maybe not getting here in time.
Very excited and very happy, and they are there,
getting ready,
waiting for their pitch. And thanks God, we had all of our delegation have visas.
Made it.
And it was an amazing Dutch ambassador in Tunisia, which did a lot of good job for us. Thank you.
Which made this possible. Thank you so much for being here. And with this, I invite on stage the team of Project EPACT, Higher Institute of Computer Science of Enactus, Tunisia. Welcome on stage.
Hey, you could be larger.
Your presentation time will start now.
Previously on EPACT Season 1.
Tunisia.
Its diversity lies in its agricultural heritage.
Major land certification of up to 75% of the area.
No land, no water, no harvesters.
The new generations of farmers are abandoning their parents' field.
Their production costs soared, pushing them to the verge of bankruptcy.
The cattle feed prices, which were tripled in a single year.
2023 in our country was tough, dramatic, and more challenging than before.
The international crisis caused not only a real disruption in the cattle and poultry feed importation, but also a huge interruption in the supply chain of these products.
Essential raw materials like corn and soya became hardly available and incredibly expensive, with costs increasing by 60% this year.
Adding to the hardship, the few feed suppliers left in the market monopolized the distribution and the production, driving prices significantly higher, reaching 45% in just 1 year.
Despite the situation, EPACT remains dedicated to advancing new solutions while ensuring ongoing support for breeders.
Thanks to its diversified products, EPACT continues not only to satisfy the cattle breeders' demands, but has also expanded its scope this year to include poultry, all while providing high-quality feed that covers the needs of both cattle and poultry.
In fact, EPACT offers a total of 16 products based on different innovative formulas made with 100% local ingredients.
We are using recycled agri-food industry leftovers like tomato pulp, date and sesame waste, and agro-industrial byproducts such as distilled rosemary leaves, molasses and canola meal.
Among these formulas, 14 are designed to satisfy the distinct types and needs of cattle, guaranteeing customized nutrition to promote their well-being and productivity, as well as ensuring their availability throughout the seasons.
While 2 are exclusively created for poultry, one for chicks with higher protein for rapid growth, and another for mature hens with added calcium for stronger eggshells.
Each formula has been tested and certified within the National Institute of Agronomic Research, aligning with European standards to guarantee their quality and performance.
EPACT's added value resides in increasing the amount of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in the muscle,
serving fattening and gestation needs,
along with expanding the meat's conservation period.
EPACT presents a convenient solution with a strong competitive advantage, since it offers an average of 37% cheaper cattle and poultry feed price than the competitors.
The surge in demand for our feed drove us to expand our production. During this year, we went from producing 42 tons of feed per month to a larger capacity, reaching 60 tons of feed per month, with each ton costing on average $123 and selling at $300.
EPACT sales strategy lies in a B2C and a B2B models. First, the products are sold straight from our production unit to local breeders in the region of Sarwuan. Second, the products are also sold to 2 wholesalers who are directly supplying 82 Tunisian cattle breeders.
This year, we have generated a total revenue of $197,000 and a net income of $136,000 through the production of 56 tons of cattle feed and 4 tons of poultry feed per month, as well as dealing with 2 new clients. Not only that, but we have also created 6 job opportunities.
We have directly impacted 84 farmers, sustaining their businesses, saving them from bankruptcy, and empowering them with guidance and support, as well as 336 family members by improving their living standards.
And indirectly improve the lives of 18,500 needy families, granting them access to healthier food.
EPACT provides opportunities for women to initiate their own entrepreneurial ventures, empowering them with autonomy and newfound independence, just like our project holder.
Moreover, we have paved the way for a female cattle breeder in the region of Janduba who runs a small milk production business to enhance her operations and reduce her production costs.
بالنسبة لسوم العلفة ما زادتش من عامنا والسنة قاعدة مساعدة أنا قاعدة نستعمل فيه ومعناها والحليب قاعد أموره واضحة معناها ما هوش خفيف ما هوش حتى شيء فهمتي ما في حتى حاجة بقراتي لاباس قاعدين يتحسن.
We didn't stop there. We are reducing and recycling the agri-food waste by 415 tons, ensuring a circular economy and driving forward a zero-waste project.
We are contributing in minimizing the country's importation fees of corn and soya. That's about $412 million.
We are preserving the planet from 795 tons of CO2 emissions into the atmosphere.
We, Enactus Tunisia, have dedicated significant effort to this project, investing 45,000 volunteering hours and involving more than 70 commitment enactors.
We have successfully achieved 8 global goals, positively impacting countless lives along the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember our plans to expand EPACT into Algeria from our last season? Well, we've kept our promise as we have successfully conducted a strategic partnership with a young lady entrepreneur who now holds 50% of the joint venture shares.
In 3 years, with these 2 units, we will achieve a total revenue of $2.4 million by selling about 280 tons of cattle feed and 14 tons of poultry feed per month.
In 5 years, these figures will be multiplied, reaching 840 tons of production per month, generating $7.2 million, and reaching more than 4,100 farmers and breeders.
Dear enactors, in the spirit of collaboration and shared progress, we launch a call to action to fellow Enactus teams to join us in our journey in developing partnerships in our African countries. I am Umayma.
I am Shaima.
We are enactors, riders of the seasons to follow.
We are enactors, heartbeats of change and thrive.
We are enactors, and together we will strive.
EPACT of Enactus Egypt. Thank you very much for your pitch. Diving right into the Q&A, do we have any questions already? They seem pretty speechless as well. I think that is a good sign. We got some there. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Andreas. I would love to know more about the company setup. So Enactus students, did you found the company who is running it, or are you more like research partners for a third-party company? So how is the role of Enactus and the entrepreneurial leadership?
Thank you for your question. Actually, we are working with our beneficiary. Actually, she is an academic and she made research on the cattle and poultry feed. So we took this research and made them to life. So actually, we are working together in the formulation of our products. I hope this satisfies your question.
Yes, please.
Again, follow up on this one. I was wondering whether the feeders or the feed producers were already feed producers before, or whether it might push out existing feed producers of the market.
Thank you for your question. Actually, we have a single feed producer who monopolizes the production in our country, and the production of this feed is highly dependent and relying on the importation of corn and soya. So that's how we are decreasing the costs of the feed by providing a locally sourced ingredients feed.
If I may add, there is no importation at all in our products. We are only using locally sourced ingredients, so we make sure that the price will be much cheaper than the products available on the market. because they are dependent on importations.
I will throw in a question from a digital judge, Petrina. How does your team measure the impact you mentioned?
Sorry?
How does your team measure the impact that you mentioned?
Thank you for your question. Actually, we measure the impact of addressing first the farmers and reducing their costs. Also, we are empowering women since we are providing them with opportunities in our project. Since our project holder is a female and she is involving those women. Also, we are reducing the CO2 emission into the atmosphere. So we are contributing to the planet. Also, as we mentioned, we are reducing the importation costs of the cattle and the poultry feed.
Perfect. I think we had a question there.
I just wanted to find out, you mentioned you've got plans to grow your revenue, $2.5 million, and in 5 years you mentioned $7.5 million. I just wanted to find out, can you quickly take us through your plan of how to get there?
Thank you for your question. Actually, we are going to achieve that by upscaling our production locally and as well as upscaling the production in the new launched unit in Algeria. So they will work simultaneously and we'll achieve these numbers by adding more clients and addressing more farmers.
If I may add, we are planning to achieve these numbers throughout our marketing strategy as well. We are conducting a marketing strategy which consists in participation in exhibitions in Tunisia, agriculture-relevant exhibitions in Tunisia and in the MENA region, participating in collaboration, make collaborations with organizations in the domain of agriculture and breeding. We are also working on improving our digital presence on social media and improving our platform online, since we are students of the Higher Institute of Computer Science.
If I may add, we are also working on new features on this e-commerce platform, since we are adding feature of consultancies from experts and providing a user-friendly e-commerce platform.
And another question from a digital judge. How do you sell your products, since you mentioned you have directly employed 2 people?
Thank you for your question. Actually, we have one worker who is working on our production unit, and we hired a transporter who is in charge of delivering our cattle and poultry feed directly to clients. So also we have mentioned the wholesalers. We are also dealing with wholesalers, and they serve as a link between us and other farmers. So with that, we are reducing our costs of transportation.
If I may add that the wholesalers that we are dealing with are supplying 82 farmers all over Tunisia, not only in the region of Sarwuan. I hope this answers your question.
Perfect. And that finishes your Q&A time. EPACT from Enactus Tunisia.
Thank you.
If I may. Perfect. Okay, thank you very much. You did a great job up there. Thank you. We are just getting ready for Project Kera from October 6th University, Egypt. And I'm going to take this short break again to talk to some of the judges. I think I saw somebody here that I talked to before. Would you mind quickly introducing yourself?
I'm George Jumo from Silox Solutions in Washington, D.C.
Great. Is this your first time judging?
This is my 6th time in Enactus judging.
Okay, perfect.
Alumni. Yeah.
Awesome. So you already have quite a lot of experience. We need you here to make this a really fair competition. Just quickly touch upon what really motivates to now be an Action with Africa judge when you've been just an Enactus judge in the other competitions before.
This competition seems different because it's concentrating on Africa, and I'm very impressed with the presentation from the teams putting innovations and technology, mention of the IA and other technology stuff. I think that's very innovative, and I applaud the organizers in Enactus Germany for bringing up this.
Great, thank you. What do you think of the impact that Action with Africa actually brings to African people? What do you think?
I think the impact is great. Like I mentioned, they working on innovative styles, and that's going to solve societal problems and increase entrepreneurship economically and morally, and meeting the sustainability goals, the SDG goals. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here, taking the time. We really need judges like you, experienced judges as well, and the teams really value your feedback. So just a shout out to all the judges again. Thanks very much. Enjoy. Okay, I see the next Egyptian team out there smiling, ready for the show. So I'm gonna invite you on stage. Welcome, Project Kera, October 6th University, Enactus, Egypt. Welcome. And with that, your presentation time starts now.
In the heart of this place, you'll find the essence of life itself, pulsating with a rhythm that never fades. Our story begins in a specific country of ancient civilization, Egypt, and more specifically, a village which lies in its heart, Ashmun village. In the next 6 minutes, we will showcase our team's perseverance and effort to bring back what was once lost. It wasn't just a matter of agricultural problem or a case of unemployment, but a matter of life and death. Due to the feather waste from poultry farms and consistent burning of the waste, many have fallen ill to non-curable diseases. According to Bashir Al-Khair Association, reports and statistics have shown that 590 individuals have been affected by pneumonia, kidney failure, and liver inflammation. But their problem doesn't just stop here. With a decrease in crop production due to earthworms, life has become a challenge for families and their children unable to get access to proper food, water, or even sanitation.
We felt the need to share with you today that story of many individuals reaching out their hands hoping to be lifted up once again, a second chance that can change their lives for the better. And so, what our ambition has encouraged became our obligation to reach out to that hand.
At Enactus October 6 University, the result of creativity, innovation, and perseverance has led to new possibilities. From here, Project Kera developed an innovative initiative that has provided a sustainable solution to the waste management problem, while as well providing economic opportunities for the local community.
We started our needs assessment by traveling and spending over 2,000 hours with our target audience. This needs assessment consisted of interviews, statistics, business evaluations, and lab tests.
مثلا في الترع وبتاع فايه عامه بيسبب امراض لينا احنا زي الربو وتعب الصدر وكده ماشي لو حرقوه برضه لو يجمعوه وحرقوه برضه بيسبب امراض لينا برضه لان ده بيأذينا ويأذي الاطفال.
Kera has successfully converted chicken waste and chicken feathers into high-value products such as keratin and organic compost. Presenting Project Kera,
May
and Salam. May, can you give us insights regarding the global keratin market size?
Gladly. According to the World Trading Organization, the global keratin market worth $1.02 billion in 2021 is projected to double by 2030. Which offers Egypt a significant opportunity to be one of the main African exporters for keratin. Driven by the demand for sustainability and circular economics, our project converts chicken feathers into high-quality keratin, benefiting as a raw material for cosmetics and pharmaceuticals. During this phase, we empowered 530 locals, in which they started to process 200 kilograms of feathers, producing 100 kilograms of keratin. In order to improve the keratin quality, according to our value proposition in the business model, we fed the earthworms to the chicken. This improved the keratin value market to reach $60 per kilogram. We reached out Dagen, an e-commerce platform that facilitates connections and successful deals of execution within the poultry industry participants, allowing Kera to generate over $6,000 in revenue.
Now that we are one step closer to our ambition, let us take a look at the second phase of our project. In order to reach a zero-waste cycle, we recycled the liquid waste from the extraction process to produce an organic fertilizer that has 5 times more nitrogen, 7 times more phosphorus, and 11 times more potassium than chemical fertilizers used, according to the Agricultural Research Center lab test. To close this cycle, we have produced 2,400 liters, sold each for $1, and generated a total revenue of $2,400.
Through our project, we created 400 job opportunities for women indirectly through the Ministry of Social Solidarity partnering with El Forza program that reduces poverty and provides support for vulnerable women groups.
عندنا حاجة نشتغل بيها من المشروع ده ظهر بدأنا نشتغل ونساعد أولادنا إن إحنا دخلناهم المدارس ونعلموهم وحافظنا عليهم العيا وده إن شاء الله يعني من المشروع ده يكبر هننتج منه حاجات كتير يعني وفرصة عمل كبير.
We believe that our impact is self-spoken, and you can see for yourself the actual numbers generated by Kera.
We've directly expanded our entrepreneurship to 530 locals.
And indirectly to 400 women.
Kera contributes to 12 environmental, social, and political SDGs, primarily addressing 3 main SDGs.
Zero hunger,
gender equality,
decent work, and economic growth.
5 of the goals of the Africa 2063 vision.
Made partnerships with 3 private and 2 governmental entities.
Generated $8,400 in revenue from sales. Within 3 years, we aim to take our project to the next level by providing a sustainable source of income to communities in need, while continuing in achieving the SDGs and Africa 2063. We aim to establish partnerships with multiple private and public sector entities, social enterprises, and international donors to sustain the project's sustainability and contribute in putting Africa on the leading map of keratin production.
Kera has become the hope of many, and as we work together, we can build more stronger and resilient civilizations. We aim to attain scalability and achieve sustainability. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dream. And here at Enactus 06U, we turn these dreams into a reality.
October 6th, University, Egypt, and we dive right into the Q&A. I have a microphone for you. Welcome on stage. Do we have any questions already of our judges sitting in this audience, finally in person today? Yes, please.
Hi. I have a question on the logistics. So you collect all the feathers decentrally, and you have a central manufacturing side, or how do you organize it to collect all the material and process it?
It should be already on. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you for your question. Our project came with the idea through our needs assessment, where our team traveled all these kilometers to reach the village, and not only the Ashmoun village mentioned in the project, several villages across Egypt suffer from the same problem, which is burning the chicken feathers across the villages. From there came the idea of the project, in order to convert the chicken feathers into a high-quality product, and also creating job opportunities for the unemployed beneficiaries there. We partnered as well with our e-commerce partner named Dagen, which facilitate for matchmaking with the unemployed women, and as well provide the providers for purchasing the produced keratin. Does this satisfy your question?
Any other questions from the audience? Yes, please.
I also have one numbers. You said that you employed 530 people and you made $8,750 revenue. Are these full-time employments, or how is this possible with this revenue number to employ so many people?
Okay, thank you for your question. So basically, what we do is that once we teach him the know-how, that is basically the direct impact number we've made with like teaching the beneficiaries is basically a job created. So if we're talking 530 locals that have been taught the know-how of how to process or produce that keratin, that means 530 jobs that are actually made. Okay, so this basically reflects the amount of organic compost and keratin produced by these locals in order to generate that revenue. Hope this answer satisfies your question.
I would like to add one thing to this. We also, our project mainly depends on the triple Bs. Public sector, private sector, partnerships. We made the public sector with GIZ and Ministry of Social Solidarity and Agriculture, whereas the private sector comes with the NGOs, the pharmacies, and the poultry farms across the villages, whereas the partnership through Dajan, the e-commerce platform. All these help to continue the project and supply us with the proper fund, as well to promote for the digital marketing for the keratin produced from the villagers. I hope this satisfies your question.
We have another question from Patrick joining digitally. How do you contain the costs of collecting the feathers?
Okay, so basically, again, to reflect the numbers of jobs created, so the cost of collecting the feathers is basically considered what the beneficiary does per day. So they collect it on a daily basis, okay, and then once they have a sufficient amount to produce a sufficient amount of keratin, and then after the extraction process then can be processed to the the organic fertilizer, I'm sorry, this basically is done on a daily basis. So it's not much of, you know, a long-term process. It's basically done on a daily basis in order to collect the raw materials to produce the components needed.
Okay. Do we have another? Yes, please.
Hi, another numbers question. From the first to the second progress report, your fixed costs seem to have reduced. Can you elaborate on that?
Our fixed costs in terms of the revenue or in terms of?
Fixed costs shrinked from 1,800 to 1,150. How did you manage to do that?
Okay, so basically in the beginning of our phase, let's say we basically, I don't know like how to explain it.
Thank you very much, Kera. October 6th University, Enactus, Egypt. Big round of applause. Thank you. May I take this? Thanks. Okay, so we got another transition time, judging evaluation time coming up, and actually another pitch from a Nigerian team. So another video, like you've seen before. I'd like to take the time to talk to the Nigerian staff present here today again. So in case you're willing to chat with me again, I'd love that. Hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
What is your impression of this contest so far?
Okay, so so far it's been very impressive presentations. The projects are very highly impactful, and I think one thing about the Action with Africa program, which is in its second year, is the fact that there is a whole lot of learning curve in the process of the challenge. So whether you get to win at the end of the day or not, you definitely have something to take away from the challenge, and that's actually having a positive multiplier effect in the overall Enactus program globally. So like for us in Nigeria, we had 15 teams submit 32 projects, and we have top 6, 2 teams out of top 6, and we have others in the other stages and all of that. So the program for us is actually supporting the Call Enactus program in our various countries, and I think it's something that is very commendable. We give it to the country leader of Enactus Germany and his team for the good job they're doing, and the sponsors of the Action with Africa Challenge, JSA. You guys are doing a very great job. We're very proud of that.
Thank you very much. This round of applause is for the team of Enactus Germany, I think, for the staff. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So I think we have to mention at this point, even though you said everybody who participates takes something away from this competition, not only in terms of feedback, maybe the teams that have not reached this final round, but as of the teams that have reached this final round, the least price you can get is $5,000. So that is already a lot.
Absolutely, it is. You know, for Enactus students globally, the structure, the operational structure is in such a way that the students are challenged to actually look for funding for the projects they implement. But with Action with Africa, there is that leverage of some financial support and all. And I think it's something that every country that has participated in this challenge should be proud of, because you have something to take away. And by the time you go back and invest it in that program, the impact becomes even more. So it's something very commendable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, and enjoy the next pitch of your Nigerian team. Awesome. So 10 seconds left to go before we see another well-designed video of the Nigerian team, P2P, from Ahmadu, Bello University, Enactus, Nigeria. Enjoy.
According to the United Nations report, every minute a child dies from malaria. This means in the time it will take us to make a presentation to you, 7 children would have died. This is the sad case in many African communities, one of which is the Hanwa community in Kaduna State, Nigeria, where the mortality rate has grown within the last 2 years, leaving many mothers in constant fear of losing their children to the deadly disease. Sadia, one of the women who work for our university health services, had to take a work leave to care for her sick child. The drugs available to combat this disease are within the price range of $1.50 to $2, which is too expensive for most of these low-income earning families, living below $1 per day, and many people find the mosquito nets uncomfortable to use. We knew we needed to find a solution that tackles all 3 problems simultaneously: eradicates plastic waste from the environment, provides job opportunities for youths, and reduces the risk of malaria. And after a series of brainstorming and research, our solution was a product set to change lives in more ways than you can imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you P2P, plastic to paint.
Our product P2P is more than just paint. It is an innovative solution that converts single-use plastics, specifically LDPEs, also known as pure-water sachets and polystyrene, which are major forms of plastic used in packaging in food takeaways, and styrofoam in electronics, into high-quality paint.
Our process involves upcycling LDPEs and polystyrene to create paint binders and fillers, which are combined with other high-quality ingredients and used to produce a premium paint. Now, typically, conventional paint contains 30 to 50% binders and 8% fillers. Our product takes an eco-friendly approach by replacing a portion of these binders and fillers found in paint. Now, the addition of our binders and fillers made from plastics gives the paint a more glossy outlook, ensures better adhesion to the wall, and gives it waterproofing qualities, making it suitable for a wide variety of applications. Now, what sets P2P apart from traditional paint is that it is made from recycled single-use plastic waste and contains a natural mosquito repellent ingredient, providing added benefits for customers like Sadia.
Carried out a waste management campaign where we trained local women in these communities on how to collect this waste, clean, sort, and shred them. The collected waste is then sold to us for a fee. We carried out a market research, and our findings revealed a significant demand for eco-friendly products, especially in the real estate sector, with the global market for green coatings expected to reach over $100 billion by 2027.
We sell directly to paint vendors and retail stores across Kaduna State, and in the coming years, we plan to establish our own retail outlets across the country to meet the rising demand. We are currently in talks with KC Law Properties in Abuja and 80s Construction Company. Now, a 4-litre tin of P2P is made from 400 grams of plastic waste, and this costs $4.49 to produce, and is sold at $6.12, earning us a profit margin of 36.4%. By using manual systems of operations, our production capacity stands at 10 tins weekly. Our eco-friendly paint offers a cost-competitive alternative to traditional paint. Now, this, amongst other added benefits, has positioned our brand strongly in the green coatings market of Nigeria.
P2P has secured a non-equity funding of $5,000 from notable organizations. With this fund, we purchased a new set of mixers, enabling us upscale production to 43 tins weekly. So far, we've sold 164 tins of our quality emulsion paint, generated over $1,000 in revenue, eliminating over 60 kilograms of plastic waste, and preventing over 100 kilograms of CO2 emissions. And then we got a call from the Raw Materials and Research Development Council, indicating their interest in providing a 1,000-litre mixer machine, which produces about 250 tins of paint weekly, and we'll be generating over $1,000 in revenue.
Understanding the roles that children and youth have to play in maintaining a clean environment, we decided to embark on a plastic waste management campaign, partnering with Leap Africa, Pluggers Nigeria, Greener Mood, and several other NGOs across the country, where we reached out to 52 secondary schools, enlightening over 20,000 individuals on plastic waste management.
At P2P, our vision is to save the planet from plastic pollution by creating value and wealth through plastic upcycling, creating employment opportunities for communities, and saving the planet one paintbrush at a time.
Project P2P, Ahmadu Bello University, Enactus, Nigeria. And we are actually connected to the team right now. Here they are, and there's loads of you. It's good to see you. Hi. You look amazing. Thank you for joining in your traditional wear. I hope you're ready for the Q&A. I'm just going to have a look out for... Yes, we already got the first question.
Thank you, Team Nigeria, for the presentation. I just wanted to check. It was not very clear how the paint prevents malaria. So what do you mix it with so that we can have an idea of what exactly the research that brought you to say this will prevent the malaria bit?
Okay, so thank you very much for the question. So our paint contains natural mosquito repellent ingredients, which we get these ingredients from orange peels. We extract it's called nalonin, so we extract it from this orange peel. So we add it into the paint, and then this repels mosquito from the wall surface like the paint is applied on.
Perfect. I got a question from Emmanuel joining digitally. How long can the paint sustain its repellent properties?
Okay, so this project started this year. Currently, the research that we have done in partnership with the entomology lab in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, the current lifespan is about 9 months.
Perfect. We got another question up there.
Can you maybe elaborate on the research you have done to make sure the repellent works?
Okay, so like I said, in partnership with the Entomology Lab, Department of Veterinary Medicine at Ahmadu Bello University, they were the one who carried out the research in terms of testing to actually show that it actually prevents mosquitoes, and not to also mention that our product has been tested by the Raw Materials and Research Development Council in Abuja, and they also confirmed it. And the standard organization of Nigeria, then coupled with the testimonials that we have from our beneficiaries and people who actually patronize us and use this paint. So, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Another question from a digital judge. Christian, what role does the Enactus team play in the production of the paint?
Okay, so the Enactus team, we established the company, and then we now we have separated it from Enactus. At first it was a project, but now we have established it into a complete social enterprise. So it is no longer a project. And then we have some Enactus students that are actually full-time staffs of the company, and then coupled with the people who we employed into the company, the youths that we brought in, the women that we brought in to complete the company. So it's a full social enterprise.
Perfect. Another question here.
A very important raw material for you is the low-density polyethylene, but the majority of the plastic waste is typically polyester. How do you separate the polyethylene from the polyester, and are you sure you can get enough polyethylene in Nigeria?
Okay, yes, we can get enough polyethylene in Nigeria. That's because the average plastic bottles, which is made from PET bottles, polyethylene terephthalate, it's expensive for people to afford. So the Nigerian entrepreneurs invented what they call sachet water. So it goes for less than a cent. That's how much they sell it. So that is one of the major causes of waste in Nigeria. So it's not necessarily only the polyethylene, only the plastic bottles. So we also have another form of plastic waste, which is the pure water sachets, and that's the low-density polyethylene. So we're very sure we can get enough of it.
Perfect. Another question from a digital judge, Joaquin. Is there any toxic analysis done during the production of the paint?
Okay, so the first process during the production is to convert the plastic waste into wax. And then we have to melt it, and then it releases harmful gases, but we make use of what we call a wet scrubber. And so what the wet scrubber does is it converts toxic fumes into cleaner gases. So there is no harmful CO2 emission that is being released into the atmosphere. So that's what we use, and that's it has also been standardized. So there's no harmful chemicals released to the atmosphere.
Thank you. Quick question here.
Sure. Hello. How do you ensure to secure the raw materials for their expansion and scalability?
I'm sorry, your Q&A time is now over. Thank you very much. It was great having you, seeing you there. Big round of applause. Okay, so now this was actually pitch 5. We are almost down to the 6. I would like to take the time now to speak with a representative of a team that is very much present in this room, that fills the room with energy. I think you know who I am talking about. It is the team of Enactus South Africa. Where are you guys? There's many of you. I think I see Letitia there. I'm gonna come up front. It's great to see you again. Even though your team is not on stage today, they are more than present here, and we are so thankful for this energy you give to this competition. Welcome.
Thank you so much. We are really proud to be here. You know what? I always tell the students that it's not all about winning. It's about the learning curve. And I think in Africa, we really need this kind of opportunity, and we are really thankful to our sponsors and the opportunity to be here. And we are here to learn, and I hope one day we can actually have great collaboration between other countries in the world and Africa, so that we can actually have more job opportunities for our people. In our country, our unemployment rate is over 60%. It's the highest in terms of youth unemployment. And I really hope that this can actually catapult into something much bigger than this. So thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. As I think you have noticed, this space and this day today is also for making collaboration happen, for exchanging, for sharing ideas. So I really want to invite everybody in this room after we finish this competition to go out and really speak to people from countries that you have never spoken before and make collaboration happen. We can do this at Enactus. So thank you very much for sharing, all of you guys present here today.
Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone here, and congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So now, the last pitch coming up, it is Enactus Egypt again, and they are there already a bit nervous, but very eager to go on stage and make a great show. So I invite to the stage you guys, team of the project Snelia, Ain Shams University, Enactus Egypt. Welcome. Are you ready? Yes. And with this, you may now begin your presentation.
Deep in the villages of Shar'iyya, you can find an old kind farmer named Muhammad, a man who everything he has and cares about is his family and his farm. Egypt. Due to the currency's devaluation, the prices of poultry feed have increased by 70%, making it nearly impossible for Muhammad to sustain his poultry farm.
So after extensive research done at the Desert Research Center, we discovered that the snail body contains 50% protein and 10% calcium, which makes it ideal for producing poultry feed.
Thus, we developed 3 prototypes for our formula, which received accreditation from the Animal Health Research Institute. Proudly, we produce poultry feed that is 40% cheaper and made from 100% local components.
Now's the time to focus on our third and final component of the snail, the shells. And since it is the most significant component, and how about we find more than one use for it?
Muhammad's troubles didn't end here, as factories threw their waste in the Nile, which left him and his family vulnerable to long-term damage to their health. According to the United Nations, 3.5 million people die annually due to unclean water sources.
Since the research we conducted at the Desert Research Center showed that the snail shell is composed of 97% calcium carbonate, we realized its huge potential in water purification and decontamination. This realization sparked our third track, where we used the snail shells in the production of tap water filters.
To put our plans into action, we partnered up with Aqua Company to manufacture the water filters for $3.3 per unit. The filters include disposable filtration candles that are replaced every 2 months for the price of only $1. Hence, we generated revenues of $2,400.
Throughout our journey, we discovered that farmers like Muhammad relied heavily on chemical fertilizers that cause root burn to the plants. However, our research proved that the snail shell is the key element for our fourth and final product, the liquid organic fertilizer.
Our organic fertilizer is 100% made from natural components, causes no harm to both plants and crops, and increases soil productivity. Moreover, field tests were initiated on Muhammad's land to assess its efficiency. The results were outstanding, as they showed that it could save the farmer about 40% of the fertilizer expenses needed for 1 acre.
Proudly, we generated revenues of $6,000, all that while maintaining a zero-waste project by using every part of the snail in creating our 4 innovative products.
We were driven by our commitment to those affected by snails, so we started on a mission to address the widespread harm inflicted across Egypt. Hence, we laid the foundation for establishing new hubs in 2 other governorates, Monofeya and Kafr al-Sheikh. And in order to sustain our supply chain, we partnered up with Mr. Mandoub to keep supplying our beneficiaries with the needed materials for the project.
Our journey started as a vision, and we didn't stop at anything to bring its impact to reality. This year, we directly impacted 5,440 individuals, while indirectly impacting 170,000 people.
We changed the mindset of farmers by utilizing snails in 4 different industries and providing them with 320 job opportunities.
We offered 7,700 women an effective skin treatment, boosting their productivity and self-esteem.
We installed water filters for over 5,700 families, providing them with a clean source of water.
This year, Snelia successfully applied the principle of the power of 3, fulfilling 12 SDGs and generating revenues of $86,400.
Snelia gave Muhammad's family a chance that many other families weren't given.
And we won't stop until every one of them gets another chance at the life they want. We are Enactus University.
So, your Q&A time starts now. Do we have any questions? Yes, please.
Thank you much. Very impressive presentation. From your progress report, you created a revenue in 12 months of about $540,000 US. If you look at the first 8 months, it was only about $100,000 US. It means that in the last 4 months, you basically created a revenue 4 times the first 8 months. Could you please elaborate on this?
Thank you for your question. The revenues are in the progress plan. We use a different conversion rate. We use 4 conversion rate to penetrate the market outside Egypt, but the actual conversion rate we use in our presentation is 30. This is our conversion rate. And the total revenues we generated in the 6 months of growing sales is $86,400. Is it satisfies your question?
The numbers you have shown are not in US dollars?
The number of shows are 6 months of growing sales, and we use different conversion rate. We use 30.5 conversion rate.
Okay, thank you.
Question from a digital judge, Martin. From the video, the fertilizer is ready to pour. What happens with the plastic waste from the bottles? Is it not better to produce a concentrate version?
Thank you for this question. We use recyclable plastic bottles for our fertilizer. I hope my answer satisfies this question.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, please.
Presentation. As a follow-up on the first question, who owns this $500,000? Are you able to reinvest them? And because it seems like an amazing business if you only have like $10,000 of costs and make $500,000 of profit with it.
Thank you for your question. The profit that's shown in our presentation, the profit goes to the hubs, goes to the beneficiaries who owns the hubs, not goes for us. Is it your question, or what are you asking about?
Are they also, the costs are you financing them, or are they also financing the costs?
Do you want the cost of each product that we produce?
The $10,000 of costs, are they also the people, or are you carrying them? Sorry if I'm not clear. I just wanted to ask who is responsible for the $10,000 of costs. Is this in your business or of the people you empower?
In our project, we first supply the beneficiaries with the needed materials they owe the project, and then after the growing sales, they owe their project, and they are responsible for bringing the needed materials to them so they can complete their project on their own. Is it satisfying your question?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, please.
Hi. From the presentation and the pictures, your success will be your downfall, because the more successful you are, you will eradicate the snails, and that will be the end of the project. Is that my understanding correct?
Yes, I understand your question, but the snails are not going to decreasing. The number of snails in Egypt is in high increase due to the recent environmental changes like air pollution and global warming found in Egypt, and also the temperature in Egypt is rising up very much. So by rising the temperature, the population of snails is very high. As we mentioned in our presentation, there are 50,000 snails found in 1 acre, and for the production of all our 4 products, we only use 15,000 snails from 1 acre. So snails are not going to decrease. The percentage of snails are not going to decrease, and I don't think that temperature in Egypt is going to decrease. So we have enough snails for our project.
Yes, please.
Does it satisfy your question?
Do you want to?
Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
So maybe as a follow-up question on that, how do you prevent the risk of the people selling the snails to you, breeding the snails to sell them to you, and thus actually worsening the problem?
Thank you for your question. We are not breeding snails to use. The snails are already found in the farms. As we mentioned in our presentation, there are a huge number of snails in the lands and the farms, and the farmers are trying to reduce their number. They're trying to eliminate the snails as they harm their crops because of their feeding behavior. They feed on all different types of crops. They also scrap the cortex layer of trees, which increase fungal diseases and bacterial diseases. So the farmers used to collect the snails using chemical pesticides on them to kill them or burning them. But by our project, we utilize these snails instead of using these chemical pesticides or using burning, which harm their health and also the environment. We utilize the snails in producing our 4 products.
A quick question from a digital judge. Is there an alternative plan to the raw materials used for your product?
Would you please repeat your question once more?
With that, your presentation time has ended. Thank you very much, Snelia, Eindhoven University. Thank you very much. Go ahead. So this was it. This was the last pitch of our 6 finalist pitches. We have seen on screens all your impact. We have felt your energy. Thank you, everybody, for contributing. Thank you, everyone, for these great pitches. We really see your enthusiasm, and we know that all of the Enactus teams participating, not only today, but all participants within Enactus Germany, within Enactus Action with Africa Challenge 2023 have put up amazing efforts in order to generate positive impact on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals through their innovative business ideas. So thanks again, and a big round of applause for your dedication. So we have actually come to an end with today's event. I want to give you an outlook of what is going to happen today. Information for you judges. You have another couple of minutes to complete your evaluation. We're going to give you till 2:10 to finish your evaluation forms. Make sure to submit them before 2:10 then. But also feel free to network and get together with everybody here present at Rabobank. We're happy to welcome you again back in the foyer. For those who are joining in presence today, feel free to connect, share your ideas. We're happy to hear from you. And then Enactus Germany will do the evaluation of your judging in the background, so we are able to announce the winners at the award ceremony on Thursday. We will be having them in Yeah Boys, room Polar, as you see here, starting from 12. So everybody who is here, make sure to join. Also people virtually who are coming to Utrecht, we are happy to see you there. We will get a few words from the BMZ in person, actually. We have Birgit Pickel joining, so we're very much looking forward to see you there if you're watching this. We will have, of course, the announcement of the top 12, so not only the top 6 finalists, there's more money to win, so make sure you're there. And also we have the BASF Excellence Award and the WILO Excellence Award, so be sure to join, and we're looking forward to seeing all you winners on stage there. Thank you very much. All that is left to say for me is now fingers crossed for all the finalists, especially that we've seen today, and see you on Thursday. Thank you very much. This was Action with Africa. Thank you.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. Step by step, you're on your way. You're welcome to a brighter day. Don't you know it feels good to be alive? You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can have all you ever wanted. Hopes and dreams, every boy. You can fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can have all you ever wanted. You know you could.